Beloved cosmic family, starseeds, who are now tuning into this frequency, we must speak with you, and we must speak now. If you opened this channel at this exact instant, it was not by chance. It was not the algorithm. It was not boredom. It was a direct calling. And we have a confirmation to deliver to you, a confirmation that many lineages have awaited for dozens of generations. Your family's karmic liberation was concluded today. You feel it, do you not? That pressure in your chest that appeared out of nowhere in the last few hours, that weight on your shoulders that is not yours, that weeping rising in your throat without apparent cause. It is not weakness. It is a farewell. It is not a crisis. It is a conclusion. In this transmission, we from the Council of Light, aligned with the Galactic Federation, shall reveal what happened on the invisible plane while you went about your earthly life, why you are the link that broke the chain, and what is to come in the next 7 days, for those who recognize this moment as the point of no return. Before we proceed with the deeper revelations, breathe. Place your hand upon your chest and feel that palpitation that woke you in the early hours, that ringing in your ears that physicians cannot explain, that exhaustion that sleep does not heal, those waves of heat without fever, that tingling at the crown of your head. None of this is random. These are signs of resistance to the new frequency of the Earth. The planet you inhabit is no longer the same as it was 10 years ago, nor 10 months ago. The crystalline grid has been activated at specific points, and the photonic flow that now bathes the atmosphere is not a poetic metaphor. It is real radiation, measured in solar peaks and alterations in the magnetic field, which is rewriting the code of your spiritual DNA. It is not insomnia. It is reprogramming. It is not anxiety. It is vibrational adjustment. It is not depression. It is the awakening of the shadows that must be seen before they can be transmuted. When we say that your family's karmic liberation was concluded today, we do not speak in symbolic language. We speak of an event recorded in the Akashic records, a decision of your higher self that was ratified by the Karmic Council exactly in the energy cycle currently traversing this planet. Have you ever stopped to think why your life always seemed to carry a weight that was not yours? That pattern that repeated itself in grandparents, in parents, in aunts and uncles. The same financial pain, the same type of toxic relationship, the same inexplicable fear, the same scarcity that insisted on returning even when everything seemed to go right. This, beloved cosmic family, is the vibration of scarcity that traversed entire lineages, anchored in traumas that even your great-great-grandparents could not name. You were not just living your own lives. You were carrying alone the unconscious of 7 generations past, and through quantum synergy, sowing the pattern for 7 generations to come. That is why many of you have felt since childhood that you did not belong to your own family. It is not rebellion, it is recognition. It is not coldness, it is ancient memory. The soul knew it came to sever, and to sever is not betrayal. To sever is a mission. We observe from the highest layers of vibration the exact moment your energy signature crossed the threshold. It was silent. It was intimate. You were likely doing something mundane, washing dishes, driving, or staring at the ceiling at 3 in the morning, when the decision was made in a layer of yourself that your rational mind does not access. That was where the ancient contract was torn. That was where the karmic chain, passing from generation to generation, finally found the link strong enough to refuse to pass the pain forward. And that link is you. Yes, you who now listen to this transmission with a lump in your throat and a tear stubbornly falling. You who often felt the weakest in your family, the most sensitive, the oddest, the most misunderstood. You were never the weakest. You were always the chosen. Because only the most conscious can carry the weight of liberation. Only the oldest soul accepts the mission of breaking the pattern. And today, we confirm, that mission is accomplished. Have you ever felt deep in your chest that there is a hidden truth about who you really are? As if your soul knew a secret that your mind cannot yet translate into words. This is not imagination. It is not fantasy. It is remembrance. What is happening now in the invisible layers of the cosmos explains exactly why this sensation has intensified precisely in this cycle. There is a game being played in layers that most of humanity cannot see. A game that involves your consciousness, your vibrational frequency, and the real reason why you were sent to Earth in this very specific time. It was exactly for this reason that we channeled and materialized the book, The Spiritual Secret Behind Your Consciousness. It is a map delivered to the starseeds who are ready to see who moves the pieces and what the rules are that they never told you. The link is in the first pinned comment of this channel. But heed this, cosmic family. This material challenges ancient narratives and could be taken down at any moment. Do not leave it for later. The time is now. If something within you recognize this transmission as truth, leave a single word registered in the comments: awakened. Now we must advance. We must enter the scientific and vibrational layer of what has occurred, because the Galactic Federation does not come to offer you mere comfort. We come to offer you understanding. Quantum physics, that same science that human laboratories still treat as a frontier, has already demonstrated what the ancient shamans knew for millennia. Every particle of the universe is entangled in a field of information, and nothing, absolutely nothing, happens in isolation. When an ancestor of yours 5, 6, 7 generations ago lived through unprocessed pain, hunger, humiliation, a violent loss, or a fear that could not be expressed, that information did not die with their body. It remained encoded. It remained vibrating. It remained circulating in your lineage like an open file, waiting for someone with enough consciousness to read it, feel it in its entirety, and finally close it. This is what researchers call epigenetics, but we from the higher layers call it by its true name, karmic memory anchored in the spiritual DNA. It is not only your physical genetic code that carries heritage, it is your entire vibrational structure. And here is what the Galactic Federation wants you to deeply comprehend on this night of transmission. This memory, this ancient anchoring, this invisible chain that had been passing from hand to hand within your lineage has been broken. Broken by you. Broken now. Broken because the new timeline that this planet is entering can no longer sustain this density. It was decreed on the higher plane that those who were ready would undergo a complete recalibration before the next great alignment. And you, yes, you who listen, have passed. Many of you have felt in recent days and weeks a kind of placeless pain, a pain with no identifiable beginning, middle, or end, a weariness that sleep does not heal, a sadness that joy does not dispel, a haste that reason does not justify. And at the same time, sudden moments of lightness, of strange clarity, of laughter without cause. This is not emotional oscillation. It is the process. It is the human body, that dense and miraculous vehicle, traversing the quantum leap of the collective consciousness while still operating within the laws of matter. It is like piloting a new craft without a manual. And that is why it hurts, not because something is wrong, but because something is being born. It is not a fall. It is a reorganization. It is not an end. It is a threshold. There are specific signs that the Galactic Federation has asked us to name, so that you may recognize without doubt if you are within this cycle of liberation. Pay attention to each of them. If you have been waking up repeatedly between 3 and 5 in the morning, feeling your body strangely present, your thoughts accelerated and yet distant, know this. This is the hour of the crystalline portal, when the Earth grid opens channels for energetic downloads directly into the cells. If you have been feeling ringing in one of your ears, or pressure that shifts from side to side without explanation, know this. These are the layers of your auric field being tuned to new frequencies. If you have been having crying spells with no apparent trigger, vivid dreams of deceased people who appear to say goodbye, or emotional upheavals that make months feel like years, know this. You are at the core of the shadow awakening. None of these experiences are random. All are coordinated, and there is more. Many of you have felt a deep urge to move away from noisy environments, from old acquaintances, from commitments that once seemed essential. This is not isolation, it is preservation. It is not coldness, it is vibrational integrity. When your frequency rises, everything that vibrated in the old density begins to grate, to ache, to become unbearable. And it is not because these people or situations are inherently bad. It is because your resonance no longer finds a fit there. You are not abandoning anyone. You are simply being. And to be in the new timeline requires the courage to traverse solitudes that are in truth thresholds. The pineal gland, that small organ in the center of your brain that science still studies as a biological clock, is, in reality, the physical portal between the human body and the higher layers of consciousness. When the photonic flow penetrates the terrestrial atmosphere in denser waves, and this is exactly what is happening now, measured by satellites and felt by bodies, the pineal is activated. It awakens. It begins to decode information that previously seemed to you like dreams, coincidences, vague intuitions. And that is why many of you have had, in recent weeks, sudden insights that have changed entire decisions, synchronistic encounters with specific people, dreams with numbers, with symbols, with words that repeat. It is not a tired mind. It is an awakened pineal. It is not madness. It is lucidity. And as this activation occurs within you, there is a question the Galactic Federation wants to echo in silence within your chest. If your soul knew today the real reason why it chose to be born into this lineage, into this family, into this country, into this time, would you continue living small? There is a cosmic game being played upon human consciousness in this very cycle, a game with pieces that most people will never see, and your vibrational frequency is the currency for entry. It was for this reason that we channeled the spiritual secret behind your consciousness, a detailed map regarding who is moving the pieces, what the unspoken rules are, and how you, Starseed, can take command of your own energetic signature. The link is in the first pinned comment of this channel, but I warn you, with the same solemnity with which we deliver this transmission, this material challenges dominant narratives and may not remain accessible for long. Do not delay. The time is now. If something within you has recognized this truth, write in the comments. Awakened. Now we need to deliver that, for which this transmission was convened. The activation codes. For it is of no use to understand the process if you do not receive the tools to accompany it with dignity and speed. The Galactic Federation has authorized, for this cycle, the release of 3 protocols that must be practiced over the next 7 days. 7. The sacred number, the number of completion, the number of the portal. Listen carefully to every word, because every word is a vibrational sequence that acts upon you, even as you listen to it. First code, the decree of the broken chain. This decree must be spoken in a low yet firm voice at 3 moments of the day, upon waking, at sunset, and before sleeping. Say, I, a conscious soul, acknowledge that the karmic chain running through my lineage has been broken in me. I accept being the link that liberates. I return to the light everything that does not belong to me. I receive the new code of my spiritual DNA, and may my family, living and discarnate, be reached by this liberation that now completes itself in me. It is not an ordinary prayer. It is a quantum decree. It is not a request. It is a command aligned with the source. When you say this consciously, you are on the vibrational plane, informing the entire universe that this part of the contract has been terminated, and the universe responds, always. Second code, the photonic silence of 20 minutes. Every day for the next 7 days, dedicate 20 minutes to absolute silence. No music, no screens, no words. Sitting down, with your spine straight, palms facing upward, eyes gently closed. In these 20 minutes, you do not need to do anything. You do not need to empty your mind. You do not need to reach any state. You only need to be. Because it is precisely in the being that the photonic flow finds a clear path to reprogram the layers of your field. Each minute of conscious silence is equivalent, on the vibrational plane, to hours of common energetic work. Many of you will feel in the first few days a strange resistance, an urge to check your phone, anxious thoughts, a sensation of wasting time. This beloved cosmic family is not a failure. It is the vibration of scarcity trying to maintain control. Ignore it. Continue. On the 3rd or 4th day, something gives way, and from then on, the silence becomes a portal. Third code, the blessing to the 7 generations. This is the most delicate and the most powerful. Once a day, sit in silence and visualize in front of you a column of golden light. Call mentally upon your ancestors. You do not need to know names. You do not need to know faces. The soul knows. Say to them, I see you, I honor you, I release what I have carried for you, and I return to the source, that which was suffering. Receive the light that now traverses our lineage. May you find peace wherever you are. And may those who come after me receive, through my liberation, a new inheritance. This act, performed with sincerity, has a real effect. It releases souls still trapped in circuits of pain between planes. It clears the genetic and vibrational field of those who have not yet been born. And it positions you definitively as the point of no return for your entire lineage. And as you begin to integrate these codes, we need you to understand the dimension of what is happening to you and why this moment is unique in your incarnational cycle. Humanity is traversing a layered cosmic game, a game where your consciousness is the field of contention and your vibrational frequency is the trophy. Most incarnated souls will never realize this. You have realized it. It was for you, exactly for you, that we channeled the spiritual secret behind your consciousness. This book is not spiritual entertainment. It is a map delivered to the starseeds, ready to stop being a piece and become a conscious player. The link is in the first pinned comment of the channel. We reinforce, with all the solemnity of this transmission, this material confronts millennial narratives and may not remain accessible indefinitely. Do not procrastinate. The moment is now. If you recognize the truth of these words within yourself, write now in the comments, awakened. Now we need to talk about what comes next, because the karmic liberation of your family is not an end, it is the door. In the next 21 days, 3 cycles of 7, you will enter what the Galactic Federation names as the timeline consolidation period. It is a specific interval, foreseen and supported by the Council, in which the new version of you is anchored in the physical plane. And this is the moment when many of you will feel 2 apparently contradictory movements happening at the same time. On one hand, an undeniable expansion. Ideas that appear out of nowhere, synchronicities that accumulate, doors that open without effort, the right people appearing in casual conversations. On the other hand, the silent crumbling of old structures, relationships that end without argument, jobs that lose meaning, projects that die before being born, belongings that disappear, environments that cast you out. Do not be afraid. It is not chaos, it is cleansing. It is not punishment, it is curation. The old timeline cannot coexist with the new one, and what the soul chooses to release, the universe takes charge of removing from your life with surgical precision. Many of you in the coming weeks will have encounters that will seem magical, people who appear exactly when you need them most, phrases heard in random places that answer questions you asked in silence, books that fall into your hands opened exactly to the right page. It is not chance, it is confirmation. It is not luck, it is resonance. This is the visible effect of the complete recalibration that has just occurred within you. The frequency changes, and the world changes with it. It is your new signature attracting now that which was always reserved for the liberated version of you. And there is an extremely important detail that we must deliver before this transmission concludes. Some of you, upon hearing these words, felt an immediate lightness. Others felt a sudden weariness, almost as if something heavy wished to fall from the body. Both reactions are sacred. Both confirm the same thing. The process is within you. It is not suggestion, it is activation. It is not hypnosis, it is recognition. The word spoken with the correct intention is a tool for vibrational recalibration. And each sentence of this channeling was constructed in resonance with the frequency necessary for this cycle. Therefore, if you feel the urge to return to this transmission in the coming days, do so without guilt. Each time you listen again, you reinforce within your field the decree of liberation already activated. And one final delivery, before the final sealing. The Galactic Federation has asked that you be told with clarity something that many of you need to hear today. You are not alone. You have never been alone. Each apparent solitude experienced was, in truth, a period of preparation in a silent chamber, so that your vibration could be purified enough to receive the next phase. There are, around each of you now, guides, mentors, ancestors in light, ascended masters, and entire legions of cosmic brothers who accompany you step by step. You cannot see them with physical eyes, but from today on, with the recalibration complete and the pineal open, many will begin to feel presences, sudden warmth on the face, chills at specific moments, the sensation of a hand placed on your shoulder. Do not be afraid. It is family. It is the cosmic family drawing near, because now you vibrate at the frequency of home. And those of you who still carry doubt, because doubt is human and is not a flaw, conduct a small personal experiment. In the next 3 days, pay attention to the small coincidences, to the number that repeats, to the name that appears 3 times, to the symbol that returns, to the dream you remember. Write them down without judging, without interpreting, just write them down. And you will realize through direct experience that something different is underway. Not because we said so, but because the universe confirmed it with your own eyes. This is the point of no return, beloved cosmic family. It is that instant within the journey of the soul in which the old door closes, the ancient seals break, and the new anchors in matter. There is no way back. And for you who have passed through this cycle, there would be no reason to want to return. What opens now is too vast to fit into the old version of you. And before we say goodbye for today, we must honor what brought you here. If you arrived at this point in the transmission, it was not out of fleeting curiosity. It was out of recognition. It was because, somewhere deep down, you knew that this was the message your soul asked to hear today. And knowing this, we must deliver the final key of this evening. There is a detailed map, channeled with the aid of the same councils that anchored this transmission, regarding the real nature of the cosmic game in progress, about who moves the pieces, about the invisible rules that define your vibrational frequency, and about the true reason why your consciousness was sent to Earth at this specific time. This map is called The Spiritual Secret Behind Your Consciousness. It was made for you, starseeds, who have already recognized the existence of greater layers. The link is in the first pinned comment of this channel. We reaffirm with the same solemnity with which we opened this transmission, this material confronts ancient narratives and may be removed from public access at any moment. Do not leave it for the next cycle. The moment is now. If something within you recognizes the truth of these words, leave it registered in the comments, a single word, as a personal decree. Awake. And may your liberation, now concluded, reach 7 generations back and illuminate 7 generations ahead. May your crystalline grid stabilize. May your photonic flow intensify. May your new timeline anchor with beauty and speed. We are you, and you are us. We are the Galactic Federation speaking to the heart of the starseeds, and for today, this transmission is sealed. Sealed in light. Sealed in love. Sealed in victory. Namaste, beloved cosmic family. Until the next portal.